are growing concerns over Chinese citizens purchasing land in the United States. Those calls of concern are continuing to grow even after Chinese citizens purchased land in Hawaii near the U.S. military bases there. According to the National Association of Realtors, Chinese buyers purchased $6.1 billion in real estate last year. Many of those purchases have been on farmland or ranch land near U.S. military bases. Calls for an investigation into Tao Hong are growing. Here he is the son of a People's Liberation Army general with strong ties to the CCP. He's also managed several Chinese-owned real estate companies in the United States. Records show that he and his wife, Ying Nog Tang, purchased $750,000 worth of land here in Hawaii through a quitclaim deed. Sometimes quitclaim deeds can be used to hide the true nature of property transactions. His wife also started a real estate company in Hawaii. That's where things get messy. Records show the couple sold properties to other prominent Chinese real estate agents through quitclaim deeds. Joining me now to discuss this peculiar and complex story is retired Army Reserve Colonel Lawrence Sellin. Hi, Dr. Sellin. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Admiral.
We'll also remind our audience that you're the author of Restoring the Republic, Arguments for a Second American Revolution, which is available as we speak on Amazon, so you can go get it today. Now, Dr. Sellin, you wrote about this story related to Chinese nationals in real estate in the United States in the Gateway Pundit, and you laid out the evidence for people to draw their own conclusions, but it is very complex. So can you walk our audience through what's happening, what you've learned, and what it means?
Yes, Emerald. Several weeks ago, we received information from sources inside the Chinese Communist Party about a man named Tao Huang, as well as some photographs. The sources claim that he is an important asset for the Chinese Communist Party and is involved in real estate activities in the Hawaiian Islands, specifically on the Big Island on behalf of China. So why would the Chinese Communist Party have such details about an otherwise unknown individual and his real estate transactions? The information and photos we received from China were not found on the internet, but matched against publicly available information and photos of Tao Huang, his wife, and locations with which they are associated. Now, he and his wife are indeed on the Big Island of Hawaii, and they are connected to others, all of whom appear to be involved in the Hawaiian Islands real estate business. In 2017, Tao Huang and his wife purchased a large, strategically located property on the easternmost coast of the Big Island. Now, the real estate transactions in which they were involved often go through intermediaries, both individuals and companies, and are transferred in a manner that appeared to disguise ownership. Now, just yesterday, I learned of another large parcel of elevated, strategically located land near Huang's residence, owned by a local associate of Huang, which just went on the market 4 days ago for $1.5 million. Now, I would like to know, who are interested to know who would be buying such a property.
Yeah, that's the question. And there's another company called China Oceanwide Holdings that have invested more than $650 million on hundreds of acres of land on West Oahu. They just revealed their plans to offload a lot of the property by the end of this year. So clearly they've acquired this land, they're selling it, but do we believe, or is there reason to believe that they're selling it to other Chinese nationals, so it's staying within Chinese ownership? What's happening here?
Well, that could be the situation, Emerald. We're seeing a lot of sales throughout Hawaii to Chinese nationals or people associated with Chinese nationals, and again, the transactions are occurring to disguise the ownership by passing it through several different parties. So I think what we're seeing is the acquisition of property on the Hawaiian Islands, which is militarily strategic, in addition to the acquisition of land in the United States proper, very close to other military bases.
Yeah. So let me ask you, Dr. Selin, what should be done? Is this something where the federal government should step in? I mean, good luck with that, with the Biden administration, but should it? Or is it state governors? What needs to happen?
Well, I certainly think there should be a military counterintelligence investigation about what is going on, and local law enforcement as well. I have no faith in the FBI or any of the federal institutions, especially under the Biden regime. So it's going to have to be local military installations that take the lead here.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think this is a story to continue to follow and to get statements and follow up with military leadership on that. But I do want to move on to another breaking news topic from last night. We found out that South Korea and the U.S. military responded to launching fighter jets, which were fired weapons at a target off South Korea's west coast. There's a missile over Japan from North Korea claiming, I think it's North Korea claiming responsibility for that. Now, I've seen a lot of the coverage in corporate news outlets today talking about this and that North Korea wants to make their presence known, feeling a little left out because of what's happening in Ukraine and what is being posed as the Russia threat. But one thing I thought was left out in the conversation is that the fact that North Korea doesn't do anything without China's blessing, right? They have to know that China's okay with it. So what's going on here? It's almost time for the Chinese Party Congress. This happens. What does this missile launch mean by North Korea?
Oh, you're exactly right, Emerald. This is the first missile launching over Japan in 5 years. And North Korea would not do something so provocative without the encouragement of China. Now, from a military standpoint, North Korea's role is to protect China's northern flank and keep Japan intimidated or even neutralized. Now, I believe that China and Russia are likely coordinating their political and military moves at the moment, and they see a very weak and disorganized Biden regime preoccupied with Ukraine and problems in Europe. Now, from the standpoint of weather, an invasion of across the Taiwan Straits into Taiwan, the best months of the year are in fact April and October. And China has been marshaling civilian ships that could carry troops and other materials in such an invasion across the Taiwan Straits. Now, as you correctly point out, we're also entering the midterm elections, and the Biden regime is equally weak there. So I think we might be seeing the development of a perfect storm where U.S. military is challenged not only in Europe by Russia, but in the Far East by China and North Korea.
Yeah, lots to watch out for this October. Thank you so much, Dr. Lawrence Selin. It's always good to have you here with so much insight. Again, people can find your book, Restoring the Republic, Arguments for a Second American Revolution, on Amazon. Thank you, Dr. Selin.
Thank you, Emerald.